All right, here is my property at 42599 County Road 40.7. 4 or 5 months ago, I paid Eric Pokorn, a journeyman electrician, $7,000 to get this place completed. And this box I had put in, this is the 200 amp service that a local company put in, and he was supposed to do everything else. So all the local company did was those two outlets there and an RV junction box, which is over there. Otherwise, what he has done is he ran 2 wires from the bottom of the box that goes through the crawl space underneath the floor all the way to come up through conduit right there. And then once it gets up here, it's naked. That needs to be covered with conduit so that it does not be exposed to physical damage. He also made this outlet live, and he punched that hole in my wall. Really bad job. He did this outlet as well. Once again, really bad job. And then he brought this down for switches. And then, just so you can kind of see the room, all of this is the final product, how it's going to look when I live in it. So I told him that all the wire needs to be covered with conduit, and everything that he put in is completely exposed. So I don't know if he was trying to save money or what his deal was, but all of this looks just terrible. He did put 1 light in. There were supposed to be 3. Anyway, we have a couple outlets, and that is pretty much, and that 1 light, and that's it. Everything else that was supposed to be done, bathroom electricity, he yanked the wires out of these 2 switch boxes, but that's it in here. He did run from the crawl space underneath the stairs all the way up. Once again, naked, it should be conduited. He ran that all the way to the loft. By the way, this is the loft. Should have had outlets and power and lights. All he did was jam this up through the floor, and it's just hanging there. So this whole bathroom needs to be wired. Everything is here, lights, switches. He charged me for a bunch of materials, and there's not nearly enough to complete the job. This is what's left of the materials that he bought. There are also 5 pieces of conduit left over here, and that is all he left. And all this should have had outlets, lights, front lights, outlets. Everything on the back of this naked wall is waiting for electricity. So this place, as I said, is probably 5% done, and it's not done very well. I had another electrician come over and tell me that it is not even close to being code. So I'm gonna have to have everything redone, which will probably be more work than just doing it fresh from scratch. Everything in here needs to be done. The water heater he wired wrong. He didn't even ask me. He just put a 20 amp hot water heater thing in, and my water heater is electric. That's it over there on the wall, and it needs 3 40 amp switches, breakers, as well as 3 8 gauge strings of wire that need to go under the floor. So he did very, very little. None of the appliances are wired in. Washer dryer should be wired in over here in this closet where the hookups are. So very, very disappointed and wasted a lot of money and a lot of time on this.